Hey everyone, thank you for joining me in One Man's Conception. Today is the 75th anniversary of D-Day, where American troops landed on Normandy to liberate France and the rest of Europe from Nazi Germany. Aggression of the Nazis and liberating concentration camps and things like that. It's a very big historical day, very great day for democracy. Because without that happening or being, what happened to be, who knows where Europe would stand at this point? Who knows where we would stand at this point in the world of democracy and everything else? Memorial Day wasn't that far that long ago. I hope everybody had a fun and safe Memorial Day. Thank vets, I hope. First responders. Without them, once again, we wouldn't have democracy, we wouldn't have freedoms, we wouldn't have the country we have. And I know people are grumbling right about now. Well, our country, you're right. But where else in this world can you live without total scrutiny? Yes, the government is sometimes overstepping their bounds, but however, you got to look at it this way. The world, the public, the nation, the citizens that who can't or don't want to or give a crap about doing for themselves, they expect the government to do it. So therefore, Big Brother and everything else comes into play, and they think they know what's better for us as far as police, local, federal, state governments, things like that, because you get people who do stupid things when they should think a moment and either not do these things or do them a different way. That's not going to cause a situation where all of a sudden, hey, we need to make legislation to make this happen so people, don't hurt themselves or they're but come on, people. Kids are kids. Adults should be adults. Yes, there are some adults that are like kids, that are like children. I will not refute the fact that there are a lot of times I feel like being a kid and I do stupid, crazy things or say crazy crap. But I tell you what, if you don't do that, you're missing something. Even if you enjoy it and somebody else doesn't, you get the little giggle or chuckle out of it. Hey, that's sometimes that's all that matters. People just need to, watch out, take care of themselves, take care of other people that can't take care of themselves, or even if they can, just, sometimes help in hand, paying it forward type scenario. There's nothing wrong with that kind of stuff. I've done that stuff on and off my life, standing in grocery, line to check out, and there's a guy younger than me who's trying to pay for his lunch, because he got a sandwich out of a deli and he's, $1.50 short. Well, you know what? Hey, I gave him $5 so he could, because he even had a drink and he was putting the drink away, and I gave him enough money to pay for a sandwich, drink, and a candy bar. Granted, that sounds pretty chumpy, and I'm like, but it's just an example. I don't care. I don't want the recognition. It's just an example of something simple you can do for somebody. And he was totally appreciative because that was his lunch for at work. He was a second shifter, and his evening was going to suck. And even if he wasn't, and let's say he was out drinking or he's a stoner or whatever, he's got the munchies. So what? Hey, man, you got to eat. So, but anyways, I digress. Back to D-Day. Hopefully a lot of people learned about that somewhat in depth in high school. Nowadays, school is getting to the point of where they kind of start scaling back on a lot of things that happened before we were a country, and as we were growing, all the growing pains of becoming a country, and all things of the growing pains of other countries that are our allies or just in general that needed help, and us as the United States, no matter what was going on or for whatever reason, went over there and gave some help. So once again, our country is not perfect. It's far from perfect. It's not the country it used to be, but hey, times change, things roll, people think differently. And you know what? I'm not always for our current president's stuff what's going on, especially the wild, whiny child. The president, people did, shut up and do your job. You're a president. You're the man who's the face of this country, But I will give you this. The guy does have some good points, some good aspects. The question of how he's going about them. Sometimes I wonder what's going on. But then again, nothing in full is being said. And therefore, everything can be taken and construed and everything else. But you know what? This is the game he wants. This is the game he wants to play. He wants everybody on his level. So basically, he can just dominate everybody in the aspect of, oh, really? I said that. But you know what? You didn't hear all of it. Or you took that out of context because for whatever reason. It's actually almost a form of bullying. Not drastic, but enough. It's like keeping people down. But hey, whatever. If he makes another term, I'll be surprised. Because there are a lot of things people are realizing that, hey man, what the hell are you doing? Think about the money you got extra for them saying you're getting more back, you're not paying much more in taxes. Well, guess what? When that expires in 8 years, which is now probably around 6 years left, is the tax rate going to go back the way it was, or is it going to stay like it is now? Are people prepared for the taxes possibly to go up in the next 6 years? Think about it. He put this in place for an 8-year term if it was in for 8 years. And even if he isn't, it's still in for 8 years. The tax cut for businesses and corporations and everything else is a lifetime until that tax code is changed again. So us, yes, we got some money back in our pockets. Great. However, are people looking at what they should be doing with their current taxes to make sure they don't owe? Do you need to change your exemptions? Do you need to add more money to whatever this or that so you break even? You don't owe, you get a little more back. Things like that. Once again, down the line, are people going to be prepared? Chances are probably not. A lot of people are going to get screwed. And probably I'm going to be one of them because I'm not going to be paying attention or I think I've done enough and I didn't. The other thing is we got this money back. Well, now we have the tariff game. Prices are going up. What happened to that extra money now? Yes, you're pumping into the economy to help the economy, and that was the goal behind it. If not to save, put more money into the economy. However, now what you are going to put in the economy to help boost the economy is now paying for the tariffs, which now is no longer boosting the economy. Think about that. And then there's a couple other things that have come down the pipe, the same thing, like it's not making a difference. It just looks good, sounds good at this point. In the beginning, it was fine. Hey, great. Look at the things that have happened over the last year. That extra money is not extra money anymore. It's back to extra money to live, not to save, not to help the next business, to help hire other people. But I digress. Whatever, it's possibly I'm too old, or am I? Be well.